This is Kevin Mayo, and today we're going to drink some Wormtown Hopulence. Wormtown is a brewery out of Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester is my hometown. Wormtown is supposedly a nickname for the town that came out of the punk scene back in the late 70s. Can't say I ever heard it called that when I was living there, and I was still living there in the late 70s, but hey, maybe I didn't hang out with the punk scene. But these guys are really kicking it. They're doing some great beers. I've reviewed their Be Hoppy. I love it. I drink it whenever I can get it. Unfortunately, I can't get it that often. This is their double IPA. It's 8.5% ABV, 120 IBUs, and I'm going to go ahead and read it here. After brewing many different draft versions of this style, we decided to bottle one. Once we started hopping this beer, stopping was impossible, emphasizing Amarillo, Summit, Chinook, and Cascade hops with the support from other American varieties. Hops were added in every conceivable part of the brewing process. Whole leaf in the mash, hop forwarded, lautered throughout the whole cones, hop back, first wort hop, kettle hopped, with pellets, with extract, and dry hop, in the fermenter, and in the brite tanks. So basically, they hopped the shit out of this beer. So let's go ahead and give it a crack and see what we got. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe. We're always looking for new friends. And go ahead and leave comments. So we'll go ahead and give this a pour. I'm going to get a little more aggressive here, build up some head on it. Fairly typical looking double IPA, probably a darker orange, not overly carbonated. We got some bubbles streaming up, but not crazy. Slightly hazy. We got maybe a finger and a half of just slightly off white head. Like I said, it's not perfectly clear. It's fairly hazy. Let's do the aroma. And it smells like a really good double IPA. I forgot to mention, this was on the bottle. It was brewed in July, so at most it's 2 months old. You get the malt backbone. You get resin pine, cut grass, mango, maybe some tangerine. Let's go ahead and do the aroma. We've done the aroma. Let's do the taste. Very delicious. I'm happy. Very, very typical double IPA. I mean, it's not inventing the bar, but it's really, really dead on true to the style. I get a little malt right up front. A little malt up front. I get the pine taste of resin. It's fairly drying at the back end. Bitter-wise, I know it's 120 IBUs, and we all know you can only supposedly taste up to 100. Yeah, now the bitter's starting to build a little bit. I wasn't getting much bitter on the first two tastes, but it is starting to build a little bit. Pine, grass, grapefruit, tangerine. Now the fruit flavors are pretty laid back. They're not prevalent at all. They're really just at the very back end. You got to really hunt for them. Overall, just a solid double IPA. I'm thinking some of the West Coast, like even West Coast IPA. What's their name? Green Frog, not Green Frog. Yeah, they're West Coast IPA. The Palette Wrecker, some of those, it's dead on with those. Some of the Stone drink buys, it's really what the style it's like. A lot of malt up front, a lot of pine in the middle, and then a wash of bitter at the very back end. Really just a top-notch IPA, or a double IPA. Great job, Wormtown, and we're going to give this a solid 90 out of 100. Till next time, keep drinking.